Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsyreplays and welcome back to channel. And today we're going to be looking at the Chieftain MK6. Great tank. I love this tank. It's a British tier 10 collectible, and it's a good tank. It's a nice gun. It's got good speed, good DPM. It's just over 3,100 DPM. The speed is pretty good. We're going now 40 kilometers an hour for a heavy, and we have a 7.6 second reload. That is running the rammer. It goes to 8.1 second if you are running calibrated shells, this game I'm running the rammer, and the third game we're going to run the calibrated shells. So the Chieftain it's coming back. It's coming back, and it's coming back for gold. It should hopefully be around 20,000 gold, which is what I've been told it is coming for. Although by the time this tank comes for sale, it might be changed. It might be more, might be less, or it might not even be for gold. But at the time of making this video, it should hopefully be for gold, for around 20,000 gold, which it's slightly deep, but to be honest, that's what you're roughly looking at for a tier 10 tank anyway. That's what we've seen. We've seen it with the 121B and other tanks in tier 10. So 20,000 gold, it sounds a lot. And if you're going to buy the tank, you're getting a nice tank. You really are getting a nice tank. Now the turret on this thing is very strong, very, very strong. And if you can use the gun depression and the turret, you can get over 300 millimeters of armor on your turret. So definitely go into the hold down positions, because your hull is quite weak. So you need to get into the hold down positions, use your armor on your turret. Nice little ram there on the Death Star. Didn't mean to, but we got the kill anyway. So this battle I'm platooning with my good friend Manly Baby. We've got a battle from a subscriber next, and then we finish on myself and Manly Baby again for the third battle. So this battle we are on 2,600 damage. Our grill dies, so it's just me and Manly Baby left. But we have plenty of hit points. Manly Baby's in the FV215B, which is almost a very, very similar tank to this. DPM wise, penetration wise, they are both British. Working in a tune together with the DPM, it is actually quite nice. Now you can see there we get a nice bounce from the T57 Heavy on the turret. You're almost going to bounce everything that comes your way on the turret. I mean, people can shoot the hatch. The hatch is actually really weak, but it's quite small. It's not a big hatch. Now Manly Baby takes out the T57 Heavy, and look what we do here. You don't see enough of it in platooning. I'm going one way, Manly Baby is going the other way. So we're going to pincer this E4, and he can only look at one of us. And because I'm lower hit points, I'm going to make sure he looks at Manly Baby, because he has full hit points. So we're going to get a hesh shot into the rear of him, and we are going to get a hesh shot to clear him up. So the hesh on this, I think, is 110 millimeters. So you can use the hesh on quite a few tanks, especially sides and the rear. And you could do over 500 damage, nice and easy. So it's a very enjoyable tank, very nice tank. Definitely, I'm not going to say it's definitely worth getting, because 20k gold, if you can afford it, it's a nice tank. So here we're going to look at a Piabath, or a Piabath. I have not got a clue how to pronounce that name, so we're just going to call him Pi, because there's a pi in his name. So he is going to push, it is Supremacy, and he's going to push in the middle section. So towards B, the enemy have got a medium tank and a light tank, and it's exactly the same for his team. So the tank types per team are exactly the same. So the majority of the team have pushed his left side, but he has now spotted an E100. He does bounce. He's not running the calibrated shells. He is running the rammer for the extra reload. But as I've said, because this tank has hesh, any tank that has hesh, I definitely recommend you running the calibrated shells. So he has the mouse for backup. It's literally just him and his mouse. There is a couple of TDs sitting at the back of the map, and he bounces there on the Death Star's turret. The Death Star's turret, actually, if you don't aim, is actually very, very troll. But just look at his team. It's literally just him in the mouse, and everyone else is still in spawn. They haven't moved at all. There is a medium tank there that has not moved. So he needs to be careful. He needs to hold the E100 and the Death Star, because I think these are the only two tanks that are around this area. The enemy are capping C. The E100 is right round about B, and you can see there another bounce on the Death Star turret, but he gets a 930 bounce into his turret. So lovely bounce there. We now know the Death Star is on a long reload, so he's going to come back the other way. He's going to ignore the E100, and he's going to go in to clear the Death Star, which is the more dangerous target. So the Death Star misses his shot, or unless he's shooting someone else, but which is good for Pi. And now he misses that turret shot again. He needs to start focusing. They are a tank down, and they are capping 2 bases. So now they have capped 2 bases. He needs to start aiming his shot and making his shots count. So he does now get that turret shot on the Death Star. His team are still in spawn. Just him and the mouse are actually frontline, but the Waffle is still doing some damage. The TDs are doing the damage, and they do clear 1 target. So he's now going to push the Death Star just to get him gone. He is going to take a shot, but it was a low roll. 600 damage, so that wasn't bad hit point trading. He took out a whole Death Star from full hit points, and he only lost sort of 600 damage. So that wasn't bad hit point trading at all. So now he's going to go and help his mouse deal with the E100. Now I do like what he does here. He's going to help his mouse, where there clearly is a Waffle, a full HP Waffle that is very juicy to Hesh. But he's totally ignoring the easy target, and he's going for the hard target. So he's gone to help his mouse, so it's 2 tanks on 1. He does take a shot from the E100, but the E100 is now on a big reload. He can get 1 shot, and the E50M, who has been sat at the back all battle doing absolutely nothing, can take him out. So it now just leaves 2 tanks. It leaves that Waffle, who he left, and he's going to actually, it's going to pay back. He left the Waffle damage to get some damage on the E100. So the E100 is now gone, and he's going to get this damage on the Waffle all to himself. So the Waffle misses there. He has the Hesh loaded, 500 Hesh into him, so leaves the Waffle on 412 HP. So now they are in a race. Him and the mouse are in a race to get the damage. His Waffle on these team is capping B. He does take a shot, but by this time he does take the Waffle out, and it's now a 5 versus 1. So there is now a full HP Death Star. He is frontline, so as long as he doesn't get shot, he can get some free damage. So nice shot there, puts him up to 4,500 damage. But unfortunately, the Death Star is going to back up into this ditch, which means he can now use his gun depression. So as long as you don't get shot, it only takes a HE roll from the Death Star to clear him. But you can see as long as he's on a reload, he's going to back up, and he's going to go forward, and then the Death Star shoots anyway. He misses, which means he can rush forward along with all of his other team. Someone bounces the Death Star, which is unfortunate, and he manages to get the kill. So 5,595 damage, 73,000 credits. He gets the ace, and he gets the high caliber, 1,594 base XP. So it actually makes really nice credits, 94,000 there, which isn't bad for a tier 10 tank. Now again, we're going to go back to me. We are on the same map, and we are with Manly Baby. It is Supremacy as well, and we are going to go and push towards A. We've only got 1 medium. We have 3 TDs. The enemy has 2 mediums. So on Supremacy, I would definitely recommend this way. On a tank like the Chieftain, which has a very strong turret, you can use these hills and dunes as and use your gun depression to actually get shots off and hide your lower plate. So what we're going to do here, the ISA is literally my bait, and I am just going to sit back and actually take no damage whatsoever. So because the ISA is capping, he is now taking the attention of the T57 and the E75, which is absolutely perfect for me. He doesn't last very long, but I've now got 1,200 damage without even being looked at. And here comes my next bait. the Object 268. He does get a shot in on the T57, which means I can take him out, and he just gets absolutely wrecked. So now we find a grill and we have a Yag Tiger. So we're going to go round and we're going to hide from them two, and we're going to deal with the E75, who is still paying attention to my Object 268. So what I intend to do now is get behind the E75. Manly Baby is going to take the attention of the E75, so he is not looking at me. So we're now up to 2,100 damage, and we haven't even been looked at. On our team, if you haven't realised, there is another platoon, and one of them is in a tier 8, and he is in an ISU 152, and he literally goes full guns blazing, and he actually costs me my 7,000 damage. So we're going to poke forward, we're going to get a nice 521 roll into the grill. We're going to back up, and here comes the ISU, the tier 8 in a tier 10 game. He takes out the grill before I can, and he's just going to push forward. I'm surprised he didn't get shot there. The Yag Tiger misses, which means we are going to focus, and we're going to go forward and get from a different direction. And there goes the enemy ISU 152. So 2 kills now for our ISU 152 in a tier 10 battle. So we're going to wait for the Yag Tiger to shoot. He has got great DPM, and we're going to get a shot off. And again, here comes the Yag Tiger. Here comes the ISU to take out the Yag Tiger. So unfortunately, because of that, I lost out on about 600 damage on the Yag Tiger, which will be very unfortunate at the end. So it now just leaves the AMX 30B and the T22 medium. So because the T22 medium is full hit points, we are going to get one shot there on the AMX 30B, and we're going to go towards the T22, because here is my team with him, the T30 and the ISU. So 3 tanks on one is a lot better. Well, actually it's 4 tanks on one, so we can actually deal with this T22 very, very quickly. He does take out our hero there in the ISU 152, and our T30 takes him out. So it just now leaves 3 against 1. The AMX 30B does take out Manly Baby, but by this time it is just too late for him. We can end up with a little round before our T30 can take him out. So we do finish that battle on 6,400 damage, and unfortunately it wasn't actually an ace. It was only first class, which I don't know what it takes to ace this thing on EU server, but it seems quite high. So that is the Chieftain, guys. Very, very nice tank. If you do get it, you are getting an enjoyable tank. Use the turret, use that turret, use the gun depression, and if you can, use the Hesh. I'm Meadsy69. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.